As the end of the year approaches, excitement in the gaming world builds once again. After months of ups and downs in the industry, the anticipation for the coming year has never been higher. 2025 promises to be a year full of releases that have the potential to transform the world of video games. If you think you've seen it all, get ready to be surprised. New games will challenge your expectations, bringing epic narratives, innovative graphics, and revolutionary mechanics. The coming year is filled with promises of games that will not only grab attention, but also have the ability to change the way we play. These releases aren't just passing novelties, but potential milestones in the industry, with bold ideas that have the power to shape the future of gaming. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring daily content so you won't miss a single detail of the gaming world. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be thrilled. From one gamer to another. Kicking off our list, we have Doom: The Dark Ages, a new take on the classic fast-paced series. This time, the game is set in a dark medieval world, blending the franchise's characteristic brutality with environments full of castles and eerie caves. The promise is of intense combat, with weapons adapted to the era and even more challenging enemies. This game seems to bring a bold vision while maintaining the frenetic DNA that made the series an icon in shooting games. Next, we have Crimson Desert, an open-world RPG that promises to impress with its rich narrative and stunning graphics. Set in a continent ravaged by war, the game combines detailed exploration with dynamic real-time combat. The gameplay promises a mix of intense battles, amazing mounts, and a vast world to uncover. With landscapes ranging from barren deserts to vibrant cities, this game aims to set a new standard for adventure games. In third place, we have Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the highly anticipated return of one of the most iconic series in gaming. This new chapter promises to take the franchise to new heights with an even bigger universe and updated mechanics. The combination of exploration, strategic combat, and breathtaking alien environments creates huge expectations for the experience. Everything points to this being a landmark title among the best adventure and sci-fi games. In fourth place, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 continues the historical RPG known for its realistic and immersive approach. This new title promises to expand the already presented medieval world, offering a more refined combat system and enhanced survival mechanics. The attention to historical detail promises to remain one of the highlights, with rich settings and an authenticity that few games achieve. A true immersion into the medieval era is on the way.
But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything.
To the task! Come on!
In fifth place, Hell Is Us promises to be a captivating mix of exploration, narrative, and intense combat. Set in a world devastated by conflicts and inhabited by mysterious creatures, the game bets on total immersion, letting the player discover everything on their own, with no obvious tutorials or guides. The gameplay combines challenging melee combat with a dark atmosphere that sparks curiosity with every new discovery.
They lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
In sixth place, ArcheAge Chronicles expands the universe of the famous MMORPG with a fresh proposal full of possibilities. This title promises an even bigger world, where player freedom will be the focal point, from building cities to mastering the seas in epic battles. The gameplay is expected to maintain the essence of the original, with complex systems of economy and exploration, while offering upgraded graphics and an engaging narrative. A treat for fans of open-world games and adventure.
Kind. Prove yourself. If you survive this trial,
In seventh place, The Sinking City 2 promises to dive even deeper into psychological horror and supernatural investigation. Set in a submerged city shrouded in mystery, the game challenges the player to uncover dark secrets while facing bizarre creatures. The gameplay combines detailed exploration, puzzle solving, and moments of constant tension, creating a unique atmosphere filled with influences from cosmic horror and the supernatural. In eighth place, Dying Light the Beast promises to raise the adrenaline of the franchise with an even more intense and brutal approach. The game maintains its focus on combining agile parkour and fierce hand-to-hand combat, now in a world that is even more dangerous and unpredictable. The setting seems to bring vast and detailed areas, with hordes of enemies that require strategy and quick reflexes. A title that will elevate the dynamic formula that made the series so popular.
Contact!
has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
In ninth place, Assassin's Creed Shadows is set in 16th century feudal Japan during the Sengoku period, an era of intense civil wars and cultural transformation. The game presents a narrative centered on two distinct characters, whose unique abilities allow for different approaches to missions. Switching between them adds dynamism to the gameplay, which combines stealth, exploration, and strategic combat. The story explores the rivalry between Templars and Assassins while the protagonists face political intrigue and moral conflicts.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now, eh? Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
People so quick to abuse their power do not deserve to keep it.
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
In 10th place, Wuchang Fallen Feathers takes place in China during the collapse of the Ming Dynasty, a period of instability and chaos. The story is wrapped in mysteries, focusing on strange events that turn people into violent and uncontrollable beings. The gameplay promises challenging combat and exploration of settings filled with historical details and fantastic elements. This title seems to offer a unique blend of action and narrative in a dark and intriguing context. In 11th place, Avowed is a fantasy RPG set in the rich universe of Eora, the same world as Pillars of Eternity. The game promises an open-world experience, full of epic adventures, detailed exploration, and intense combat. The narrative revolves around a land plunged into magical conflicts, where the player will play a crucial role in shaping the world's fate. With impressive graphics and well-developed mechanics, this title is bound to stand out among the best RPGs.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. The way you fight. The power you wield. The
secrets you keep? You're either here to save us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
In the 12th position, we have Cronos: The New Dawn. The game places the player in the role of a pioneer and uncovering the secrets of an unknown world. The gameplay promises to combine survival, resource management, and strategic combat, all set in a visually stunning universe. In the 13th position, we have Ghost of Yōtei, an adventure set in 1603 in ancient Japan during the early years of the Edo period. The game features a determined warrior as the protagonist, who assumes the mantle of the ghost to protect her land from growing threats. The setting expands to the Ezo region, near Mount Yōtei, with breathtaking landscapes and a deep connection to local culture and mythology. The gameplay promises intense and stealthy combat, combined with a deep narrative exploring sacrifice and honor. In the 14th position, we have Monster Hunter Wilds, the latest chapter in the series known for its epic hunts. This game features a vast open world, filled with varied ecosystems and giant creatures to face. The gameplay continues to focus on strategy, requiring preparation, combat skills, and teamwork to defeat the most challenging monsters. The game promises to introduce new mechanics, such as interacting with the environment to create new traps and exploring hostile terrains in innovative ways.
Once your business here is concluded, you should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator. Guild permission granted! Begin the hunt!
Understood.
In the 15th position, we have Fable, the long-awaited return of one of the most beloved RPG series. This new game seeks to recreate the magic of the original, bringing a vibrant fantasy world full of humor and meaningful choices. The narrative unfolds in an enchanted kingdom, where each decision made by the player shapes the course of their journey. With impressive graphics and a modern approach, the game promises to capture the essence of the series while offering renewed gameplay.
That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But, you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
In the 16th position, we have Sniper Elite Resistance, which takes the signature precision of the series to an even more tense and challenging setting. Set during World War II, the game puts players in the role of a sniper on secret missions to weaken an occupying force. The gameplay focuses on stealth and calculated shots, with the classic X-ray camera highlighting the impact of the shots. The game also features large maps and missions that require careful planning and skill in the field. In the 17th position, we have Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, a remake of the classic that redefined the action and stealth genre. The game brings back the journey of a secret agent on a risky mission through a dense jungle filled with dangers. The gameplay combines elements of survival, tactical combat, and exploration, with a focus on strategy and challenges presented by the environment. With updated visuals, this game promises to revive one of the best games in history.
My own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army. Freeze. Speak.
In the 18th position, we have Killing Floor 3, the return of the frenetic cooperative action series. Set in a dark future where biological experiments have given rise to hordes of deadly creatures, the gameplay focuses on intense combat against waves of enemies, with a variety of weapons and strategies requiring cooperation between players. With more detailed graphics and even more threatening enemies, the game will heighten the tension with every confrontation. In the 19th position, we have Dynasty Warriors Origins, which takes the action of the series back to the origins of the Three Kingdoms era. The game explores the early events of the period, delving into the battles and conflicts that defined history. The gameplay remains focused on massive combat against hordes of enemies, with powerful moves and a system that encourages mastering the battlefield. With a more tactical approach, the game adds new layers to the familiar dynamics of the franchise. Continuing, we have Death Stranding 2 on the beach, the long-awaited sequel to one of the boldest and most innovative games of the past decade. Developed by Kojima Productions, this new game promises to expand on the story and concepts of the original, maintaining its unique essence of exploration and human connection in a post-apocalyptic world. The plot takes place after the events of the first game, continuing the story of this solitary yet meaningful journey.
Together, helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger, still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own, especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge.
With the support of the Chiral Network and APAS, humanity will be free from the need to move around. Bots are capable of handling deliveries.
He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but...
We found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
He said he came back to get revenge on you and me.
Tell me, which of these games are you excited to play? And is there any you think might disappoint? I'd really love to know your thoughts on the upcoming releases. What do you think of the direction gaming is heading? And if you can, subscribe to the channel to help me grow and never be unsure of what to play. I've left 2 game lists in the card. One I chose for you, and another one YouTube picked. Just click one to watch.